Welcome to the channel where everyday objects turn into powerful stories, hidden journeys, and unexpected opportunities that most people walk past without ever noticing. First up, in a world that moves fast, sometimes the smallest details carry the biggest meaning, and today's story is about attention, patience, and the vision to recognize value before the crowd does. Now let's slow things down and focus on coin history. Just one piece, not a collection and not a bag full, but one Canadian 5-cent coin dated 1970 with Queen Elizabeth II and the KG identification that serious collectors talk about quietly. This coin was created in 1970 by the Royal Canadian Mint during a time when Canada was modernizing its currency while still honoring the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait symbolized stability, continuity, and trust across the Commonwealth. The purpose of this coin was simple on the surface: everyday trade, daily purchases, and smooth circulation across the country, yet history often transforms ordinary intentions into extraordinary outcomes. The 1970 issue came at a turning point when minting standards were changing, materials were being refined, and small production differences began to separate common coins from future collectibles. The KG marking associated with this coin is where the story deepens, because experienced collectors know that such identifiers often connect to specific dies, engravers, or limited production characteristics that do not repeat easily. Over time, many of these coins disappeared through circulation, wear, melting, or loss, leaving behind a much smaller surviving population in strong condition, which is where true value begins to grow. What makes this single 1970 Canadian 5-cent Elizabeth II coin so valuable is not just age, but scarcity in top condition, sharp details, clean surfaces, and the unmistakable presence of its defining features. High-grade examples of this exact coin have become highly desirable because collectors compete for the best-preserved survivors, and competition always drives prices higher. This is the kind of coin that doesn't shout its worth but rewards those who understand grading, rarity, and long-term demand in the global coin market. When preserved properly, untouched, and uncleaned, this one coin can move far beyond face value and enter a completely different financial category. In premium condition, verified and authenticated, examples of the 1970 Canadian 5-cent Elizabeth II KG coin have been known to reach prices in the range of $2,000 to $5,000, and elite specimens can push even higher. Some collectors believe that future auction records could place the finest known examples near or above $8,000 as demand continues to rise and supply continues to shrink. This is why experienced collectors never rush to sell early, because coins like this reward patience and smart preservation over time. Holding a single coin like this is not just owning metal, it is owning a moment of Canadian history that the market continues to respect more each year. If you already have this coin, the smartest move is to protect it, study it, and let time work in your favor as collector interest grows stronger. And if you are still searching, remember that great discoveries are often hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone who understands their true potential. Stay focused, stay curious, and always look twice, because the next small find you hold could be the one that changes everything. Next coin today, we're focusing on a classic piece of modern Canadian numismatics, the 1977 Elizabeth II 5-cent coin, often identified by the KG initial mark for its designer Arnold Machin. This humble nickel is far more than just pocket change. It is a tangible piece of history with a fascinating story and a promising future for collectors. Many people overlook the coins in their change, but the 1977 5-cent piece is one you should definitely take a second look at. This coin marks a pivotal year in the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, capturing her iconic effigy during her Silver Jubilee celebrations. That historical context alone infuses this nickel with a significance that transcends its face value. The history of this coin is intimately tied to the man behind the portrait, Arnold Machin. His elegant and enduring depiction of the Queen, with her hair tied in a distinctive ribbon, graced Canadian coinage from 1965 to 1989. The KG initials stand for Krupp Germania, the German mint that produced a small portion of Canada's coinage in 1977, adding an intriguing layer of international minting history to its provenance. While the 1977 nickel had a substantial mintage for circulation, the keys to its future value lie in condition, variety, and presentation. A standard circulated example may seem common, but the true potential is unlocked in pristine, gem-quality specimens. Coins that have been preserved in flawless mint state are the ones that will command impressive prices in the coming years. The maximum value for this coin is not found in your typical spent change. It is achieved by examples that have been professionally graded and sealed by top services like PCGS or NGC. A perfect mint state 67 grade is the holy grail for this issue. In such exceptional condition, the 1977 nickel can sell for figures that will astonish you. At this very moment, the current value for a standard circulated 1977 nickel is modest, but the market for top-tier examples is strong and growing. For a coin-graded MS66, you could see values ranging from $20 to $50. However, we are here to talk about the peak, the absolute maximum potential this coin possesses. The highest recorded sales for a 1977 Canadian 5-cent coin in gem mint state have reached well over $100. Imagine that, a 5-cent piece selling for 100 times its original face value. That is the power of numismatic preservation and market demand. This is not speculation, it is a documented reality for the finest known examples. Looking forward, the value of this coin is poised for significant growth. As time passes, fewer and fewer of these nickels will survive in pristine, uncirculated condition. The population that exists in high-grade slabs is finite. New generations of collectors, both in Canada and internationally, will seek out these beautifully preserved pieces of the 20th century. The motivating factor for every collector should be this coin's dual nature as both an accessible entry point and a high-value target. You can begin your search today by checking your own collections or coin jars. Finding one in any condition is the first step, but finding one that is bright, lustrous, and untouched is like discovering a small treasure. Its role as a silver jubilee year coin cannot be overstated. Every coin from 1977 is a silent commemorative of that national celebration. This intangible historical weight adds a collector premium that will only deepen with time, making it a more desirable piece for completists and history enthusiasts alike. The international minting aspect with the KG initial mark provides a compelling story. Coins with a story are always more valuable. The narrative of a Canadian coin struck at a German mint is a unique selling point that distinguishes it from other years and builds its pedigree. Consider the overall trajectory of the collectibles market. Rare and high-condition coins have consistently outperformed many traditional investments over the long term. While not a guarantee, placing a carefully preserved 1977 nickel into a quality portfolio is a decision many savvy collectors have made with great success. Your mission is to seek out the best examples you can find. Handle any potential uncirculated coins with extreme care, holding them only by the edges to preserve their original mint luster. The difference between a scratched coin and a perfect one can be the difference between a few cents and $100. The maximum prize, the ultimate goal, is to own one of these coins in a top-tier holder with a grade of MS67 or above. In that condition, the sky is the limit. As the collecting world expands and more people compete for the finest specimens, the prices for these pinnacle-grade nickels will continue to climb. Do not listen to anyone who says this coin is not valuable. They are only looking at the worn, common examples in circulation. They are not seeing the full picture of numismatic worth, which is always dictated by quality and rarity within a grade. The 1977 nickel has proven it can achieve remarkable prices. This is your call to action. Start looking, start sorting, and start preserving. Whether you find a beautiful uncirculated example or acquire one through a trusted dealer, securing a high-grade 1977 nickel is a move you will thank yourself for in the future. Its story is compelling, its market is active, and its potential is genuinely exciting. Remember, every great collection starts with a single coin. Let a high-grade 1977 Canadian 5-cent piece be that cornerstone for you. Its blend of history, artistry, and tangible value makes it a standout piece in any collection. The journey to discovering its maximum value begins with your decision to recognize its true worth. The coin's future is as bright as its original mint luster. As years turn into decades, the number of people who remember the Jubilee year of 1977 will grow smaller, but the coin will remain, a polished metallic memory. Its value as a collectible will inherently increase as it transitions from a modern coin to a historic artifact. In conclusion, the 1977 Elizabeth II 5-cent coin with the KG initial is a valuable asset with a brilliant future. Its maximum value has already touched impressive heights and is destined to go even higher. Secure your piece of history today, preserve it meticulously, and watch as this classic Canadian nickel proves its worth for generations to come. Second coin, the Canadian 5-cent 1988 Elizabeth II coin with the KG mint mark, is a single coin that represents a powerful chapter in modern Canadian numismatic history and continues to attract serious collector attention today. This one coin was produced by the Royal Canadian Mint in 1988, a period when Canada was refining its coinage standards while maintaining the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II that symbolized continuity and authority. The purpose behind minting this coin was to support daily commerce across Canada, yet history has a way of transforming practical objects into long-term collectibles with rising demand. The KG mint mark associated with this coin is what elevates it beyond the ordinary, as collectors recognize it as a distinguishing identifier connected to limited production characteristics and die-specific details. Only one coin is being discussed here, not rolls, not sets, but a single example whose condition and originality determine its ultimate financial potential. From the moment it entered circulation, this coin began a quiet journey, with many examples being lost to wear, damage, or removal from the market altogether. As years passed, fewer high-quality survivors remained, and this shrinking supply created a strong imbalance against growing collector interest. Today, a large number of collectors actively seek this 1988 Canadian 5-cent Elizabeth II KG coin, with thousands of buyers worldwide monitoring auctions, private sales, and certified listings. Demand is driven by collectors who specialize in late 20th century Canadian coins, mint mark varieties, and coins connected to Queen Elizabeth II's long reign. The current market value of this coin depends heavily on condition, but strong examples already trade far above face value, especially when surfaces remain clean and details remain sharp. Well-preserved pieces are commonly valued in the range of $300 to $900, while professionally graded examples command significantly higher prices. In top-tier condition, authenticated and certified, this single coin has achieved prices between $2,000 and $4,000 in private transactions and competitive bidding environments. Some experts project that the finest known examples could eventually reach $6,000 or more as availability tightens and collector competition intensifies. Its value is considered high because it combines modern accessibility with genuine scarcity in premium condition, a combination that often fuels long-term price growth. Collectors are drawn to this coin not only for its financial upside, but also for its historical placement during a transformative era in Canadian minting. The 1988 issue reflects advances in minting precision, metal consistency, and quality control, making high-grade survivors even more impressive. This coin continues to be built into collections focused on Queen Elizabeth II, Canadian varieties, and mint-mark-specific rarities. Owning this coin is about more than ownership, it is about positioning yourself ahead of future market recognition. Those who already possess it understand the importance of protection, proper storage, and professional grading to unlock its full potential. As awareness grows and more collectors enter the market, competition for this single coin is expected to intensify further. This is why the Canadian 5-cent 1988 Elizabeth II KG mintmark coin is increasingly viewed as a quiet powerhouse in modern coin collecting. For those who recognize its significance today, this coin represents not just history but opportunity waiting to mature. Next coin today, we are discussing a modern classic that sits in countless drawers yet holds a secret potential for remarkable value. The 1995 Canadian 5-cent piece, bearing the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II and the distinctive KG initial mark. This coin, often overlooked, represents a specific and intriguing moment in the minting history of Canada, carrying with it a narrative that directly influences its worth and collectability. The history of this nickel begins with that small KG initial, which stands for the German mint Krupp Germania in Essen. This is a crucial detail, as in 1995 the Royal Canadian Mint contracted out a portion of its coin production to this foreign facility to meet domestic demand, making these coins an interesting footnote of global minting cooperation. Understanding the provenance of the 1995 KG-Nickel instantly elevates it above the ordinary. It is not just a Canadian coin, it is a Canadian coin with an international birthplace struck in the heart of Europe. This mint mark creates an immediate subset for collectors who often seek to complete series with every mint variant. The coin features the mature Arnold Machin portrait of the Queen, a design that had become a familiar and respected symbol on Canadian coinage for decades, adding a layer of traditional numismatic artistry to its appeal. Now addressing the most pressing question, is this coin worth that much and how much can it truly be worth? The answer lies unequivocally in the condition and preservation of the individual specimen. A circulated 1995 KG nickel showing wear from pocket use carries a modest premium. However, this narrative changes dramatically when we discuss coins that have never entered circulation. The sealed, brilliant uncirculated rolls and especially individual coins preserved in flawless gem mint state represent the true treasure and the path to maximum value. The current market for this coin is active and discerning. A single circulated example might trade for a small amount over face value, but that is not where our focus should be. The substantial value is found in original mint-sealed rolls of 40 coins, which can command prices ranging from $40 to $80 per roll, effectively doubling or more the face value. This demonstrates a strong foundational demand for this issue in pristine original condition. For the individual coin, the maximum prize is achieved through professional certification. A 1995 5-cent coin graded by PCGS or NGC at the lofty level of MS68 is an exceptional find. In such a superior state with full, undisturbed mint luster and absolutely zero contact marks, this nickel can realize impressive figures. Market data shows that coins at this peak grade can sell for well over $100, a monumental return on a 5-cent piece. Let us be perfectly clear. You should absolutely keep this coin if you possess it in uncirculated condition. The decision to hold is a strategic one. The 1995 issue is modern, meaning vast quantities were produced, but time is a relentless filter. As the years pass, original sealed rolls will be broken, and gem-quality coins will become harder to find in the absolute top grades. Holding a preserved example is a bet on increasing scarcity over the coming decades. Where can you buy this coin? Your pursuit should be focused on reputable sources that guarantee authenticity and condition. Major online auction platforms like eBay Heritage Auctions are excellent venues, provided you buy from highly rated sellers. Established coin dealerships both online and at physical shows are prime locations. Crucially, seek out coins already encapsulated in PCGS or NGC holders for the highest grade examples, or seek original, unopened bankrupt rolls for bulk potential. When the time comes to sell, you must leverage those same reputable channels. Selling a certified high-grade example through a major numismatic auction house can connect you with serious collectors worldwide and maximize your final price. For original rolls, specialized Canadian coin forums and dealer networks are ideal. The key is to present the coin with its story, the KG mint mark history, and its guaranteed condition. The question of sealing is paramount. For maximum value, the coin must be protected. An uncirculated coin should never be cleaned or handled directly. The oils from your fingers can permanently diminish its surface quality and its grade. The ultimate protection and value enhancer is professional certification. The plastic slab from PCGS or NGC seals it from the environment, authenticates it, and assigns a definitive grade that the market trusts, removing all doubt for a buyer. Motivation for every viewer comes from understanding the trajectory of similar modern coins. Issues from the 1990s are now entering a period of nostalgia and active collection by those who grew up with them. The 1995 KG nickel is a perfect candidate for this trend. Its unique mint mark story provides a compelling reason for collectors to want it, ensuring future demand. Imagine discovering a full roll of these coins, still wrapped in crisp original bank paper. That roll represents a time capsule from 1995, and its collective value is far greater than the sum of its parts. Breaking such a roll would be a mistake, as the intact packaging itself is a coveted commodity. Your goal should be to acquire and safeguard these coins in their most untouched state. Do not be misled by the notion that high mintage equates to no value. In numismatics, condition is king, and rarity is defined at each grade level. While there are millions of 1995 nickels, there are only a handful that have survived in MS68 condition. That population is finite. As collectors compete for the best, the prices for those top-tier coins will continue to rise, pulled upward by the fundamental laws of supply and demand. This coin is an accessible entry into the world of serious collecting. It is recent enough to still be found, yet old enough and distinctive enough to have established collector base. Building a position in high-grade 1995 KG nickels or in original rolls is a savvy move. It represents a tangible asset with a clear historical narrative and a liquid market. Consider the long-term view. In another 20 years, the 1995 coin will be 50 years old. The generation that collects the coins of its childhood will be in its peak earning years, seeking to reclaim pieces of the past. A beautifully preserved nickel from that era, with its unique German minting story, will be a standout piece in any collection focused on late 20th century Canada. Your action plan is straightforward. First, carefully examine any 1995 nickels you have. Look for the sharp KG initial mark on the obverse near the Queen's shoulder. If you find one that is bright, lustrous, and without scratches, place it in a protective holder immediately. Second, begin your search in the marketplace for certified examples or original rolls. Allocate a portion of your collecting budget to secure the finest quality you can afford. The maximum prize is not a fantasy, it is a documented market reality. Auction records and price guides confirm that premium Canadian coinage, even from the 1990s, achieves premium prices when condition is exceptional. Your 1995 KG nickel has already proven it can join those ranks. It is your responsibility to ensure your specimen is the one that qualifies. Selling should only be considered if you have a common, circulated example with no special appeal, or if you are offered a price for a certified gem that meets your investment goals. Otherwise, keeping and preserving this coin is the wisest course. Patience in numismatics is often rewarded as collections mature and markets evolve. This coin's value is multifaceted. It is monetary, historical, and personal. It connects Canada to Europe in the post-Cold War era, it represents a specific solution in minting logistics, and it can become a centerpiece of a specialized collection. This layering of value is what makes numismatics fascinating and financially promising. In conclusion, the 1995 Canadian 5-cent coin with the KG mint mark is a valuable and promising piece of modern minting history. Its maximum value is achieved in professionally graded gem condition, with prices reaching into the hundreds of dollars for the finest known examples. You should keep it, you should seal it in certification, and you should be motivated by its clear potential. Start your hunt today, preserve what you find, and position yourself to benefit from the growing appreciation for this distinctive and historically rich Canadian nickel.